We're going to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
The salamander capital of the world. We went into the woods to find salamanders.
Oh, there's one.
To collect some data.
We learned so much.
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. Additional funding is provided by the PPG Foundation, which aims to bring color and brightness to communities around the world.
SCIDIRLS! We need SCIDIRLS! Come on! When I need help and I've got a question, there's a place I go for inspiration. Gotta get to the web, check the girls' investigation. What girls? SciGirls! Woo! SCIDIRLS! I need you! SCIDIRLS! Come on! You got log on, post, upload, pitch in! Yeah! Wanna get inside a world that's fascinating? The time is right and SciGirls are waiting! SCIDIRLS! We need SCIDIRLS! SciGirls!
Carrots, guacamole.
Yes, please. That's good. Oh, Jake, look, a turtle.
Oh, he's so cute.
Wow, he's so big.
Oh, hey, I think he's hungry.
Whoa. Wait a sec, Jake. I'm not sure turtles can eat the same food as us.
But look, I think he really wants some.
Yeah, maybe we should check with the SciGirls first. You know, before we invite this turtle to our picnic. Nope. Oh, cool. Ooh, now this could work.
Today we've been at Zoo Knoxville. It's really fun to just go through the zoo with your friends and talk about the different kinds of animals. Look at the otter. It's like its little tail.
I love snakes, and it's so fun to be able to hold them. They're just so cool. They have like heat vision, and they have all these different textures and patterns.
The favorite thing I saw was the elephants. I just love it because they're so big and they're not found in North America.
I like the parakeets because it's just really funny. Like when they land on you, it kind of tickles. My name is Kaylee and I'm 13 years old. I definitely can see myself being a veterinarian or working with STEM one day in the future.
My name is Isabel, and I'm 13 years old.
Oh, wow. The sign says that they're amphibians.
I think I'll definitely go into a field of science. I'm very interested in microbiology.
They don't have like fins or anything. My name is Ada. I am 14 years old.
I wonder if they can see. That one just ran into a wall, so.
I've always wanted to study veterinary science. Huey and Isabel and I all go to the same co-op for homeschoolers, and we've been taking classes for a couple years now together. They're eating the hay. Zoo Knoxville, I've been coming since I was like a little baby. They've changed it a lot, like over the years. They brought in a lot of new animals.
Oh, look at that, look at that.
Oh, wow.
The zoo has a new amphibian and reptile center called the Ark, and there's crocodiles and turtles and snakes and lots of stuff in there, so it's really cool.
I'm really excited to share this with you.
Today we met Heather and Rachel. They're herpetologists.
And a herpetologist is a scientist that studies reptiles and amphibians.
So one of the things you notice that in front of you, you've got a pair of gloves. Amphibians are different from reptiles. They actually breathe through their skin. So anything that we have on our hands that is harmless to us could actually be really harmful to them. Things like sunscreen. So if you want to put your gloves on, that's going to be the safest way to handle the salamanders.
Rachel brought in some salamanders that we got to get really close to.
This is one that you guys can hold if you'd like, and it is a black chin salamander.
Very wet and it's very slippery.
Yeah.
He was trying to crawl off my hand. With being homeschooled, I have done classes here at the zoo. It's very fun because you get to kind of see the behind the scenes stuff and we get to touch the animals sometimes.
And then if you look under the chin, you can see why they are named like that. And another cool thing about this species is that it's thought that they are mimicking the red-spotted newt, which can be found in a similar area, but that's actually a toxic species. But this one isn't actually toxic.
With these guys, because they breathe through their skin, they are considered an indicator species for the environment. And so they are really good at indicating whether there is an issue in the environment. So a lot of times people want to know, what can I do? Are you ladies familiar with citizen science?
Citizen science is just normal people going out and taking pictures and logging information for scientists to use.
By doing citizen science, we get an opportunity to kind of see what the census is today. And then 10 years, 15 years, we can look back and see if the population is staying the same. Maybe we've even done such a good job that the population is growing and there are more of them than there used to be.
Heather and Rachel told us about the Great Smoky Mountains, and they said that we should go there to learn more about citizen science involving salamanders.
The Great Smokies National Park is basically in our own backyard, and the Smokies are one of the best places to study salamanders because there is more natural variety in species than you will find pretty much anywhere else in the world. The salamander diversity in the Smokies is just amazing. And I would really like for you ladies to go to the Smokies and see what you can learn about salamanders. And we would love for you to teach us some things.
So you guys ready to do a citizen science project here in the Smokies?
Yeah. It feels really exciting to be able to go and find out and collect data about the salamanders.
My name is Isabel, and I'm 13 years old.
This is my dog, Zoe. She's 2 years old, and she's a Great Pyrenees. This is my dog, Loki, and we've had him for about a year.
I live with both my parents and my 5 siblings. This is my room. This is one of my bookshelves. I really like to read. I'm constantly getting more books.
These are my art supplies.
I really love to paint. I do time lapses almost every time I paint. And I recently painted a giant canvas, it's almost as tall as me.
Bye. See you next time.
I've been to the Great Smoky Mountains a couple times. It has a lot of valleys with a lot of creeks.
Everywhere you look, all you see is mountains and trees, and it's just so beautiful.
The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is just a wonderful place because there's so many different species of animals and plants and bacteria and fungi. And there's so many different places to explore.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
We met Ranger Nicole in the park today.
She works for the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
I love it that you guys are out here, even though it's raining. It rains a lot out here. We are in a temperate rainforest, so we get 80 inches of rain a year.
The Great Smoky Mountains rains, then it's sunny, then it rains again, and it's always this weird, unpredictable mixture of different kinds of weather.
They are called the Great Smoky Mountains because mist comes up in the morning and it looks like smoke.
Great Smoky Mountains is the salamander capital of the world. We have at least 30 species of salamander that live here.
I have lived in Tennessee my entire life and had no idea that we had the most salamanders in the world, the most different species. So that was interesting to learn.
What we're gonna do today, we'll be looking at the terrestrial salamanders because we'll be looking at the ones on land.
Well, I've never caught the salamanders. I've seen the salamanders in the wild.
As we are looking for salamanders, they have a really cool adaptation. You be a raccoon. Use their little paws. I'm trying to catch my salamander.
And then the tail comes off.
And they can drop their tail. So when they get spooked, they can drop their tail and it'll help them to survive. But we don't want them to drop their tail because this is where they have their food storage. So to not freak them out is really important, even though they have that adaptation. Great Smoky Mountains is 500,000 acres. We do many citizen science programs. There are a lot of different bioindicator species.
We were examining the salamanders to make sure that the ecosystem around them was healthy.
We went into the woods hoping to find salamanders. It was beautiful, but it was just really, really cold.
It was pouring the whole time.
It was very muddy and wet, stepped in a lot of puddles.
All right, extra puddly here.
Ranger Nicole told us that the salamanders really like damp, cool spaces.
Okay, this is gonna be a team effort on a roll.
And she kind of let us pick out which areas to look under, which was really fun because we got to kind of lead her almost.
Okay, who's got the bag?
It was just like really cool because you don't get to go looking for salamanders. Since they're such sensitive creatures, you have to have special permits, have a park ranger with you.
Nicole was really helpful making sure that we didn't go off too far into the woods so that we didn't damage any of the leaves and foliage. So we were walking through the woods and we found a log and it was in kind of a puddle of water, and then we flipped it over.
There's one. Right there.
We were like, oh my gosh, there's a salamander, like it's actually there.
Ranger Nicole helped us observe the salamanders safely. Well, she told us not to touch them because they're very sensitive and they breathe through their skin.
You have to like handle them with a Ziploc bag in our case, or a leaf or a stick or something that they've already had around them that won't hurt their skin.
Okay, so hold them above your head so that, but keep them flat, yep.
Ranger Nicole was almost as excited as us.
30 millimeters.
Perfect.
7, right at 7.
7 what?
Grams.
Very good.
The second salamander was also under a log. I was surprised that we found like 2 in such a close area together.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
We all kind of worked together, and one of us held open the bag, and the other stood behind the salamander, or just like scurried into the bag.
Nope. Got him. That's the same kind as last time. Oh wait, no. No, it isn't. It has red on it.
It has red on its chest.
Ooh, all right, let's go look at those pictures.
So when we found the salamanders, we would put them in our Ziploc bag and then we would take them back to the identification sheet. And we would look through the identification sheets and find which one best matched the salamander that we had in our bag.
Bluish black with red, orange, or yellow cheek. That's what it is. Gray or black bellies. Yes.
Very good. That is a Jordan's red cheek.
It was 45 milliliters.
4.5 grams.
It's really coming down. Let's get out of this rain.
Salamanders love it.
So, we learned something new today. It is not okay to share your food with animals.
Not even your healthiest snacks. Besides, they have their own beach buffet right here. Algae, plants, jellyfish.
Jellyfish over there!
Uh-oh, that's a plastic bag.
Oh no, garbage!
Whew, I'm so glad we found this before the turtle did.
Here, I always bring my own trash bag to the beach. Ouch!
This shell looks like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, or a tiny hat. I'm gonna clean it and put it in my room.
It's a snail. Hey, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, little guy. This is your house. Oh, I'll put you right back where I found you. You know, we should spread the word about beach animal safety.
Yeah. What if we perform a rock and shell concert? Shells and rocks are homes to animals, so please leave them at the beach. Ow! Woohoo! What if we draw a message in the sand?
Or not. But that's it. Let's make a big poster so everyone will see it. Come on, let's get our supplies. We've got creatures to protect. And these beach animals need us.
Is that a spider hanging in the middle of that?
Today, we went to a stream in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park to collect data on aquatic salamanders.
Good morning. So today we are going to be collecting aquatic salamanders to tell us more about the health of this creek.
What's the difference between terrestrial salamanders and aquatic salamanders?
Terrestrial salamanders means that they spend most of their life on land. So they are coming in contact with the soil. The aquatic salamanders are living in water. Salamanders are one of many species that are bioindicators. So the presence of certain types of salamanders that are there can be indicators of water quality. What about them would make it special that they are telling us more about the surrounding ecosystem?
They are very sensitive and breathe through their skin. So if there's any pollution or anything, it harms them.
Yeah, they're really intolerant, which means that they can't really handle a lot of pollution. Seeing them is one good indicator that water quality is good.
We were looking underneath rocks and decaying logs in the stream.
So let's lift it really gently.
We roll them over so we can put it back where we found it. Salamanders only have a certain amount of distance they can remember, and so if you move it too far or you move them, it's really hard for them to get back.
Oh, there's one. Where'd it go? Whoa, where'd it go?
Really fast. It was a lot different looking for them in the water because they moved a lot faster, and the current, because it is going down the mountain, it moves the salamanders with them, so it's a lot harder to catch them.
And those might be better options, right? Where the water isn't moving so quickly.
It was very exciting. We found two.
There
Two.
you want to get two and go?
We had tried to catch both of the salamanders at the same time, and they just both darted in different directions, so it didn't exactly work out.
They were so fast that you would lift up a rock and they would just shoot to the next one. The next thing you know, you've lost it. So.
I got him.
Yay! We caught one little tiny salamander, and so we did get to collect some data.
14 millimeters.
So we were looking to find like the weight and the length,
6.7.
like the color of it and the species.
Spotted dusky salamander.
We only had the salamanders for as long as it took us to measure the data, and that only took 3 minutes at the most. My favorite part was probably finding the salamanders and then letting them go.
There it goes.
So Ranger Nicole, what do we do with all of this data that we've collected?
Great Smoky Mountains has been doing salamander research for close to 20 years. So a lot of that data gets put into data servers, and we track that data over time. The more people that are collecting information, the bigger sample size we're having, so it helps with different actions that a park might do to either fix or not fix something that's happening here.
Being involved in citizen science is really cool because I feel like I'm contributing to the scientific world and really helping people and animals.
Well, thank you guys. Good luck for your future in science, hopefully, or at least in citizen science and being a steward of the land.
Thank you.
Another thing we learned is that it's really important not to move the rocks because that's a habitat. And if we didn't have the salamanders, we wouldn't know is this creek healthy or not.
When you move the rocks and don't put them back, it like completely ruins animals' homes. Hi, my name is Ada. I am 14 years old and in 8th grade. I have have 3 sheep named Rose, Daisy, and Dandelion. I showed the sheep last year. I just showed Daisy because it's a really big hassle to show sheep because it takes a lot of time and effort to get them ready for the show. This is Fitzen, one of our cats. I like to run. I do AAU track and school track. I'm pretty fast, and I run a 100 meter in about 14 seconds. I like winning.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, welcome to Great Smokies. I'm Becky Nichols. I'm an entomologist here in the park, and we're going to go into the natural history collection and look at some specimens. Okay, come this way.
Ranger Becky is an entomologist, and that is a scientist who studies bugs.
Becky showed us a bunch of species of animals that were quite old.
I was very excited when she showed us all of the salamanders and frogs.
Oh my goodness,
wow.
that's crazy.
We have 31 different species of salamanders in the park. So you have all the different families represented here, including Cryptobranchidae, which are the hellbenders, the largest salamander that we have.
And the eastern hellbender is a salamander that lives up in the Great Smoky Mountains. It is one of the largest salamanders there are.
Right. This is a hellbender.
When was it collected?
This is 1936.
Wow.
It was really fun being able to see them up close because you don't find hellbenders where we were looking for them because it was such a shallow creek.
We've found that the number of hellbenders has gone down, and so we do everything we can to make sure the water quality is good and that there's no disturbance to their habitat.
We're doing a presentation on salamanders at the Knoxville Zoo soon. Do you have any advice for us?
It's really important that you collect the data that you're going to be presenting and make sure that it's very, very accurate. Data that we see on specimens here in the collection, that data could be really important in the future. Citizen science can be a part of that as well. We let the public know what species we're looking for information on, and they will make an effort to go out and document those species. So good luck on your presentation and have fun at the zoo.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, my name is Kaylee and I'm 13 years old. I live in East Tennessee in a really rural area. And our trampoline in our backyard. I live with my 3 siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister, and my parents, and my 16 pets. I have a bearded dragon named Lava, and I have a dog and a cat, Lucky and Speckles, and then 9 chickens. They all have names, but I won't say them all, and lots of leopard geckos. I ride horses, and the horse I usually ride, his name is Dakota. It's just really fun. I do it once a week. Right now it's not competitive, but it might be in the future, so. Ready? Go. Woo!
So we like coming to Kaylee's house because she has such an awesome backyard.
My backyard has a zip line, and we went down that zip line probably 30 times today.
Today we are working on a project that we will be presenting at the zoo.
I had the idea that we could do 6 minutes and do 3 topics and have 2 minutes for each of our topics. So the topic of our presentation is citizen science and how you can be involved in it.
We could do a slideshow.
Okay, yeah, a slideshow would be good.
We are currently working on a slideshow that is talking about citizen science. We're focusing on how everyone can participate in citizen science, and especially about salamanders.
Isabel, these are really good drawings.
We made bookmarks to go with our presentation, and I did the drawings and helped with the writing part. The most challenging part was trying to coordinate who would do this and who would do that. Citizen science is when
I think we've got it all figured out, what we're gonna say and the slideshow that we're gonna make and all of that stuff, so I'm excited.
I'm really excited for presenting it because we've learned so much and just being able to share that with everyone.
Okay, now all I think we have to do is just print these out and then we'll be ready for our presentation tomorrow.
Yeah. How about a high five?
No. Yes! We're finished!
Today we're at the zoo and we're going to give a presentation on citizen science and salamanders to our families and friends.
We have been working with the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and Zoo Knoxville.
I feel like we worked as a team really well. Like, we helped each other out, make observations to help researchers collect data.
I learned that there's a lot more different types of salamanders than I ever knew about.
We also made some bookmarks which remind you how to safely collect observations.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what my young kids are interested in doing with citizen science.
More about salamanders, and it was really fun presenting to everyone. And with Heather and Rachel there, it just felt really special, just them teaching us everything and then like showing up, just like to see what we've learned.
I think Heather and Rachel really liked it. I think they thought we did a great job.
You guys learned some stuff this week. I'm really proud of you.
I think there are a couple times that you guys answered questions like exactly how we would have answered them. And I think that's just reflecting just how much you guys learned.
We've definitely had some great mentors this week.
Orangey brown. It's amazing seeing all the rangers and zookeepers work, and like maybe I could do it too.
I learned that everybody from all age groups can do citizen science, and just whenever you find something amazing in nature, you can just put it out there and help researchers.
Being able to just go behind the scenes of the zoo and the Great Smoky Mountains, that was something that I think I'm gonna remember for a long time, and I'm just really glad I got to do it.
Jake, our sign's working! Everyone's leaving the shells where they found them. And putting their garbage away.
And no one is feeding the animals, even if they're asking for it.
Good landing.
Okay, you ready to go in the water?
Let's go!
Welcome to the Indiana Jones National Park. You got this, Salome.
We actually have a project called the Dragonfly Mercury Project.
Oh, I got a bug.
Logan's got one.
Oh, this is cool.
Welcome to Seward!
We're surrounded by water and mountains.
Y'all want to head out there?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm really excited to do some citizen science.
We saw lots of different shells and plants.
Whoa!
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. Additional funding is provided by the PPG Foundation, which aims to bring color and brightness to communities around the world. There's more fun on the SciGirls website. You can watch videos, play games, and look for creatures in the great outdoors. See you soon at pbskids.org.